Leo, welcome to your intimate tarot reading or sexual energy read. For anyone who has questions about why I read intimate tarot or sexual energy, refer to the description box. I decided, you know what, my collectives have been around long enough. You don't need the long intro anymore. So any questions, go to the description box, yeah? And in the general sense, if you're just confused by the whole thing or it makes you feel uncomfortable, opt out. It's no big deal, guys. All right? No big deal. What's going on, please? But yeah, when in doubt, description box. What's going on, please, for that Leo? Sexual energy. Show me that Leo sexual energy. Show me that Leo sexual energy. There's been some confusion, by the way, about the dates that I've been titling for the videos. To me, they make sense. But so I went from saying timeless tarot, which essentially all good tarot is timeless. It resonates when it resonates, if at all. Yeah. But the dates. People have asked for dates for a reference system. So it's... the reading is for that week of, it's not energy dictated, okay? In other words, these experiences that I'm looking at for you are not good for just that week. It's just that's the week of the message. That's it. That's all the dates are, guys, okay? There seems to be some confusion about that. You know? Wait, are you saying this message is just good for this week? No, it resonates when it resonates. It's just that's the week we're doing this particular reading. It's a reference point for people who want to backtrack old messages, you know, which I appreciate organization. I do. And labeling. So I'm like, you know, that's a fair argument. I get that. But yeah, all good tarot, guys, essentially is timeless, you know. I honestly get more retroactive comments some days than others. Somebody who saw a message that's 2 years old and like, wow, this is my story now. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. It's not contained to any one week, is my point. But yeah, just to clear that up, that's been going around quite a bit, like a cold. Especially for those folks whose messages come out on Saturday. You mean my message is only good for one day? No, honey. No, that's just the week it came out. Communication. What's up? What's going on, please? Show me that Leo. Sexual energy. Show me that Leo sexual energy. Show me that Leo sexual energy. Take what resonates. See if it does not, reverse those energies as you see fit. Show me Leo. What's going on, please, for Leo? Show me Leo. I may or may not see you connected to someone else. I never know. That's why we look. Okay. Eight of Wands, the Hanged Man. All right. Temperance. Five of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's an interim here. Okay. 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 Okay, next several weeks and or months. Now that actually is specific to time. The Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Swords, the Page of Swords. Okay. You are showing me a certain level of wanting to open and be curious, but you've suspended that. You're saying, I need more time to think. Communication is on your mind and it's kind of in your spirit, but you're like, I'm not convinced yet. Hanged Man. So your sexual energy is in that Eight of Wands somewhere. There is a desire to express yourself in some way at the intimate level. Okay, but it's coming out in the form of communication. But you're also saying, Hanged Man, not yet. Whomever is attached to you, they are healing. Temperance and the Five of Pentacles, particularly healing their own particular sexual energies, which they themselves say they are disconnected from at the moment, at least when it comes to this connection. And they've taken an active time out to heal themselves in a particular way as it relates, I believe, to their sexual energy, how they feel about themselves, what they're feeling overall. What's shared between you two is the potential for Knight of Swords to take action in some way, clear up communications, reopen the lines of communication. I don't know how much there is here in terms of a break or an interim energy, but it does seem to be a suspension of all activities until both sides can get whatever it is sorted that they need to get sorted, okay? There's a big, I'm trying to sort my stuff and so are they. And I see you wanting to open up and be curious and express yourself. It's looking like it's a matter of time before some sort of action is taken here that represents communication, activity, effort, something. Over the next several weeks, Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Swords, the Page of Swords, time is passing and you're showing me stress. And what looks like perhaps this diminished quality of, I don't know what to do. Okay. I think the Leo I'm looking at, you're in that particular tricky junction of, if I continue to wait and hang back and do nothing, then I'm going to continue to get a whole bunch of nothing, right? There's a frustration here of wanting to do something but not sure what. Are you giving this enough thought or perspective? So I see you holding back and delaying. But the more you do that, the more you feel like time is essentially running away from you. And your ability to feel like you can do anything at all is starting to diminish. We want to get you out of that sense of there's nothing I can do and it's making you stressed out. No. I think you're trying to, again, walk a delicate balance here between I'm not trying to rush in and be a jerk. I would like to open up and communicate, bare minimum, but is the time right? Would I be saying things right, etc.? Should I do anything at all? Is it in my place? So let's break this down and see what the heck's going on. Excuse me. I want to see your Eight of Wands. Show me your Eight of Wands, please. What's the feeling behind the communication, or rather, what's the feeling behind the proposed communication? Let's see that Eight of Wands. Show me that Eight of Wands. Show me that Eight of Wands, please. The World, Eight of Swords, Ace of Cups. Okay. There's blindness here. You're very aware of it. I would say you're hyper aware of it, and you're tired of it. You're tired of not knowing what's going on. You do, at the bare minimum, want that to stop. There's this sickness here of confusion, and I don't fully understand what the problem is here. You would like that to stop with the World, the Eight of Swords. So the intention behind your communication is good. Anytime I see somebody willingly wanting to open up and communicate to clear up the confusion, that's always a good thing in my book. The thing is that and it's coming from love from you, Ace of Cups. There's a goodness in your heart behind it that says that you would like to open up, take the frustration aside, the mental anguish aside, the mental confusion, set all that aside. Simply speaking, my most intimate sexual energies would like to talk to you. And it's coming from my heart with the Ace of Cups. So there's no sense of sexual agenda behind this, okay? But your intimacy energy, your intimate energy towards this situation wants to feel soft, and it wants to be vulnerable, and it wants to communicate. It does. But with it is the good intention here to clear up any confusion. That's all I want to do. I just want to clear up the confusion, because the more you stay trapped in your head about it, right? The Eight of Swords is going to become a Nine of Swords. So you're like, what should I do? What should I do? I want to do something. And I think it's a good thing to clear up the confusion. Don't you? Absolutely, 100%. You got my vote on that. But you're showing me Hanged Man, okay? And it's like the longer you delay, the more it's causing the pain mentally for you. Okay, so let's see what your reasoning is behind that Hanged Man. So whatever you want to do is coming from the heart. I believe you. The Ace of Cups there. I do. I believe you. There's the love, there's the kindness, there's the softness, there's the appreciation. For a real authentic, intimate conversation. In the interest of clearing up confusion once more. But you're saying Hanged Man. I don't know. Let's see that Hanged Man. Let's see that Hanged Man, please. Let's see that Hanged Man. Show me that Hanged Man, please. Seven of Swords, Temperance, the Six of Pentacles. That's why. Because it's like, even if I open up, there's no guarantee I'll be able to balance things with this person. So it's kind of like if I dare to open up towards this, you would feel better about doing that. You're saying if you had a guarantee that you could balance, but you're saying you don't know if you can. That's true for anybody, honey. Your inclination to open up is correct. The way you shut it down with the Hanged Man isn't. It's passive. It's not active. So it's fear-based decision to delay or stall with the Hanged Man. So again, it's not an insult. Don't take it as one. All cards, all energies, everything has a pro and a con. The Hanged Man famously is passive. It's a way of killing time without acknowledging that we're killing time. An active Hanged Man says, I don't know everything yet, and that's why I need more perspective. I see you with good intentions wanting to communicate intimate energies towards this, just to clear things up, and it comes from the heart. That's what you should trust. Your need to hang back and talk yourself out of it is coming from a Seven of Swords, Temperance. There is a strong idea here that we could heal, but because you're not sure if you would get a cooperation on the other side, that's why you hang back, and that's why it's passive. There's really no new insight on this. There's no new insight. That's how I know it's passive. Okay. There's no new insight here. It's fear. Seven of Swords is always going to be a little bit of mental fear, guys. Active avoidance. I'm just going to lean away from this. And Temperance, We want to lean into temperance, but you're saying it has to be conditional, though, on a fair balance, Six of Pentacles. So you can't guarantee the other side. If the only thing that's holding up your communication to try to talk with this in the interest of wondering if you can balance is going to be completely shut down if you don't try at all, right? So the only way you're going to know is if you try. And if you're that Leo that's sitting there screaming, I've tried, then your job's done. Why would I be looking at this? I'm looking at the Leo who hasn't. You could open up and communicate. And in good reason, too. I want to clear up the confusion. Make it go away. I'd like to express myself to you in some way that's intimate. From a vulnerable place of the heart. Intimacy, guys, isn't just sex. That's why I read intimate tarot, so people can kind of better see that. It can be in there like an undercurrent, but it comes from a place, ideally, of the heart, if it means anything to you at all. And this does mean something to you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be seeing the frustration. What do I do with it? So for the Leo who has not opened up yet, and you're like, I can't guarantee that they'll cooperate with me, and that's why I'm holding myself back, that's where the stress is coming from. Because what you want to do, which is correct and healthy, is being counteracted by a Seven of Swords kind of fear that they may not participate. You can't guarantee the other side, guys. I say this stuff all the time. All you can do is represent yourself to the best of your abilities. And if they don't take for it, they don't balance up with you, if they can't meet you halfway, then you have your answer. And you can take that stress off your mind and off your spirit, and it's done. You can put it to rest. Okay? It could be as simple as I just wanted to see how you're doing. I've thought a lot about this, that, and the other, and to maybe just clear my own head. You know, just to kind of clear my own head about this. And I understand if you don't want to talk or whatever. So I guess I'm really doing this for me. But if you have it in you to respond back, and maybe if you could maybe meet me here, that would be great. But if not, I understand. Something like that. Could be as simple as a check-in, guys. I don't know. We as human beings have a tendency to blow these things up. Before I kind of see where you two can meet maybe in the middle here, okay, I want to jump over here because they're showing me temperance to the Five of Pentacles. So their own intimate energies towards you, as I understand, they understand it's broken or off or discontinued, but they themselves have been working on it with temperance. So you may not know. Let's take a look at them. Let's see their temperance, please. Show me that temperance energy. 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 You have, Leo, honey, I don't want this to discourage you. You have beautiful elements in you. Oh, no. There's something in here with temperance and the Six of Pentacles, and that is going to really outweigh that Seven of Swords. So please try not to give that Seven of Swords so much power, so much so that you suspended any action which is real and authentic in you. You have a real goal in there. I want to clear up the confusion. And it's coming from a good place in me, and I know it. So when I'm telling you these principles right here can really throw that Seven of Swords out the window. I promise you it's there. Okay. You have some beautiful elements in you that I want you to engage in for your sake, if nothing else. All right? You say the temperance, please? I don't know how much time has passed between you and this person, but it's been enough that you've talked yourself out of it many times. So you may not be aware of the extent of their own healing, okay? Justice, Queen of Cups. Yeah, honey, they're in a fine space. I don't think you understand half the work this person has done. They look lovely. They look balanced. They have a strong appreciation for taking necessary time out to understand themselves. They said that their heart's back in a high-functioning order here with justice. Everything is well. Even their passion, their energy's back on point with the Knight of Wands. And that took them time to do this, so you may not understand how much work that they have been doing in and of their own right. I mean, that's beautiful. Their emotional energy is in full form. They've been working on this for a minute. Temperance, that's beautiful. The heart space is full, functioning, balanced, justice, and they even have a nice, strong spike of natural energy attached to them. Okay? That's interesting. We have Sag, water, and Libra here. They might be a well-rounded kind of person in an elemental way. So I don't know how much time they needed to do this, but this is beautiful. They've done a heck of a job healing their intimate energies, their emotional energies specifically. And bringing it all together there with justice and redefining them sense of selves in the heart and also in their passion, the Knights of Wands. They got a nice little fire spike in there too. But it's soft, it's understanding. Let's see that Five of Pentacles. This is what they've been healing from, so let's take a look. Let's see that Five of Pentacles. Let's see that Five of Pentacles. Let's see that Five of Pentacles, please. Let's do one more. Show me that Five of Pentacles, please. The Two of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. So this is what they've been recovering from the last time they talked to you. Obviously, things didn't go down so well. I say that. I'm not trying to laugh at you. It's just really remarkable how this person bounced it back onto the last time they talked to you. It was really fast. So this person gets to the point, huh? Their energy was like, let me tell you what's up. So that was, they know who they are, I'll tell you that. This person really prides themselves on knowing themselves inside and out. Again, I'm not giving this person all the kudo points and trying to take away from you. I'm reading the energies. And I'm telling you, this person took a long time to do some constructive work on themselves inside to the out. And it shows. Their inner work is reflecting on the outside. And they were able to ID the problem quickly. I mean, so when somebody shows me confusion and I don't know what to do, that means they haven't done any work on themselves at all. So this person's done quite a bit of work, active reconstructive efforts. The last time they talked to you, they said it's disjointed and it caused the breakage. Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. They're not that far apart in terms of their interpretation. One is emotional abandonment. The other one is real world abandonment. Okay. They said they had to do both, Two of Pentacles, and they didn't want to. But they felt that they had to emotionally abandon and physically abandon this connection, and it was done via communication. They said the communication is kind of responsible for all this. How you two were talking to each other, relating to each other, or trying to exchange at the intimate level was all been broken. Okay? Again, they're saying the communication was way off in terms of what was being expressed or what wasn't being expressed. And for all these reasons, they attribute it from the confusion about what any of this means and why the communication isn't clear, what the other person wants, left a great deal of disappointment, they said. It's all right here. The confusion, the abandonment, the lack of emotional support, intimate support, consistency, over and over again. And it seems to have come down to communication. Okay. Managing expectations, the execution of it, everything. It's all in there. It was difficult. It was not an easy conversation that they had, but they attribute that last talking point with you as being difficult, problematic, or it's the straw that broke the camel's back, something like that. And there was just too much confusion surrounding all the abandonment points. You know, it wasn't easy. But they've done a beautiful job recovering. Okay, their intimate energies towards the connection, how they feel about themselves specifically. You're showing me what looks like best interest at heart here. I know you want to clear up some of that sword confusion. You do. It's just, I don't know if they'll respond. I don't know. And you won't either until you try. So let's take a look at that Knight of Swords. You know, it looks like they do keep themselves to themselves. You know, kind of depends, you know, it kind of depends really on what you want out of this. If really all you want to do is clear up the confusion because you want to be done with the old kind of mental conflict and emotional misgivings and miscommunication and pain, okay, that's as good a reason as any, you know. Anything else after that, well, then that becomes an agenda or an undertone, and I don't know. So there's this big fear here. Not big, but it's enough to hold you back about will they cooperate. You know? Let's take a look at that Knight of Swords. Not my favorite knight to handle emotional energies. But let's take a look at this Knight of Swords, please. Some of this Knight of Swords, some of this Knight of Swords. The The Knights of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Okay, good. All right, that makes me feel better. Should you approach this at all, do so slowly. The Knight of Swords has a tendency to be like, what's the plan? What are we doing? Give me the receipt so I know what to count for. Okay, that's what he does. And then we're going to actually clarify it with the Knights of Pentacles, slowly but surely, Four of Wands and the Queen of Wands. It's looking like slowly, without rushing in there. Good, we dialed it back. Eventually you will pick the rhythm or the speed that's correct for you. I see you reapproaching this, and as you do, it feels right. Okay? Queen of Wands with the Four of Wands. We are slowly turning ourselves back into this particular direction. There is a certain flow point that you experience with this person that makes you feel more like you. There is a certain confidence rising about, okay, I can approach this relationship. And there is some sort of relationship here, Four of Wands. It might be fragmented a little bit from time or a little thinned out by time, but nonetheless, there's something here that suggests you two have something. Okay. And there's a Four of Wands. You recognize it. You're slowly drifting back towards it. You reduced it, and I can see where that... I think you have a tendency to take action towards things, Leo. I do. But with this one, between kind of hanging back, I talk myself out of this, I can't say I'm surprised you changed your speed from what is probably your normal Knight of Swords to the Knight of Pentacles. You're approaching this very slowly, but with a great deal of optimism and passion still attached to it with the Queen of Wands. Something about this relationship pulls out your natural sense of self, your natural elements, your natural state of grace energy, as I would say it. Passionate, trailblazing, ambitious. This is my direction. There's something about that speaks to you. Four of Wands is some sort of relationship, not necessarily marriage, and I have no reason to believe that. What I'm saying is that your energy naturally recognizes as some sort of relationship that you gravitate towards, and you would still. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? So that's why I'm actually seeing what looks like the excitement to reapproach this, but in a very calm way. It provokes in you certain feelings that feel right and natural to you. Okay? So hopefully I see you coming to the conclusion that you need to about whether or not you should open up. I believe the answer is yes, and I believe, Leo, I'm looking at, you already know that. Okay? But you're going to have to get past this question of will they balance with me, though. Okay? All you can do is do what's right for you. If someone chooses to participate, it's indeed their choice. Okay? But their energy looks very healthy. And you might be surprised, honey. They probably came a long way since you last had contact with them. All right? They might look very different to you. Or in a much better place. Okay? In a much better place. This is very healthy. Emotional intimacy, sexual intimacy, sense of self, balance, practicality, all very much tied in this person. Strong sense of who they are. So they'll be able to tell you sooner rather than later if they can connect with you. Okay? Let's see that Wheel of Fortune. Let's see that Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, that's crisp. I had to replace my Casanova tarot deck, which I've had forever. I love this one. I've been using it for years. This, of course, is the tarot deck of sexual magic. I had to replace the Casanova because Cinnamon, she lost sight of her training one day and popped up and just tore into one of my decks, and the Casanova had to get replaced. So it's extra fresh, it's extra snappy. It was probably due then. Speaking of which, Cinnamon is at doggy daycare today. We just started that for her socialization training. I'm so excited. God, it was... I remember if you have kids, you know what it's like. You take them to school for the first day, pre-K, kinder, whatever, and you nervous as hell. You nervous. I had a very small reminiscent feeling of that today when I was dropping her off. It's like, oh my God, I hope she behaves. I just... Because she's still only 5 months and she's quite rambunctious. Anyway, so Cinnamon's not here. She's not making noise in the background. Oh, goodness. There it is. 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. I see them connecting with you in future. So if you wanted to know, now you know. I can't guarantee anything. I don't do that. Energies have the right to choose for themselves. But for the Leo I'm looking at, if this is indeed your storyline, I see them connecting to you by conscious, willful choice. They're in a good place. They're showing me the Queen of Cups. This person has a very consistent heart. It might be water-oriented with touches of fire and things like that. But for the most part, they seem to lead by what they feel is correct. Then thus they do it. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. Actually, we're showing high levels of not only your initial concern, which is I don't know if they will connect with me in balance, even if it is under the form of healing and clearing up confusion. That seems to be check one is achieved. So not only is that there, it actually goes into a Ten of Pentacles. There is something here about a rich history between you and this person that goes back some time. And the Wheel of Fortune is attached to heavy pentacle energy here. So you two have shared environments, or you have both built and grown your own foundations and or kingdoms in your own respective ways. Perhaps you have heavy overlapping circles in the same environment where you share high levels of connectivity within the community, career, that kind of thing. You have been in and out of each other's lives for who knows how long. I just know that you two are more alike than you are different. Demographics aside, age, race, ethnicity, etc. You have a lot of core balancing principles in common, and I see them actively choosing to do this with you. There is a good chance you two are sharing resources in some way in future that are highly beneficial. I'm not sure how else to describe that. It's too early to say. But there is a lot of admirable qualities to the both of you, and you have a lot of commonalities that kind of bind you and connect you. You've known this person for over 10 years. There's just no way you haven't. You know? It's just coming across that way. But yes, I see them choosing of their own. You wanted to know, now you know. So if that helps boost your Knight of Pentacles forward a little more, so be it. If that's the reassurance you need, there you go. Guys, I just want what you want. So long as it's correct for you, then that's what I advocate for. So it's not about wrongness or rightness. It's just, is it right for you? And if you can answer that question, nothing else matters. Highly recommend that song, by the way, Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, famously. It's a great song. It's an amazing ballad, you know? Understanding what your priorities are, and nothing else matters, you know? Let's see that Nine of Swords. Let's see that Nine of Swords. Let's see if that mental tension has come down. But I do see them exchanging with you from the heart, but in a 3D way. So it's not intimate like that, but they do seem to be sharing with you, again, of the heart. Just how you wanted to communicate of the heart and clear up confusion. Okay. Nothing too spicy just yet. But who knows? Let's see that Nine of Swords, please. Eight of Pentacles, the King of Wands. There you are, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, see, look, literally your anxiety's coming down the more you interact with this. And there you are, finally. That's you, King of Wands. There you are. And Queen of Pentacles. You might have some really strong earth in you. As there's the anxiety, right? That we saw you wanted to eliminate back here on the opening, and should you open up and communicate to get rid of all that. As you literally work with this person in some way, there it is. Your anxiety comes down. The stress, the mental stress comes down. Okay? You look very pleased. You two seem to be working very hard to maintain this connection, but more than that, it's of your own free will, the both of you. You both seem to be showing high levels of practical first. Okay, putting the practical sense of rebuilding. That's highly profitable and good for the both of you. There's a lot of work being put into this in very realistic ways. It could have to do literally with coin. Like I said, there's heavy overtones of shared environment, whole circles, community of circles, resources. There's a good chance you two run in the same circles or you know the same people. I mean, it's really hard for me to not believe that's the case. Highly connected, the both of you, regardless. But like, do you see that? We engage with this finally. Who drops the dime? Who drops the sword? Who drops the communications irrelevant to me? I'm just happy to see literally work is being made on both sides. Your levels of compatibility are quite high, at least in the practical 3D world. You both get shit done in your own way, and you both have high levels of respect and promise attached to you both. That's amazing. Your tension came way down. You're out, and you're showing me security. That's what I like about this. You're feeling security. So here we have mental insecurity. Okay. The anxiety. Normal. And here we have the physical security. The more you engage in this, This is coming down. Okay? And you wondered if they were going to meet you in the same space. Stop it. Stop it. Page of Swords. Like, I don't know if they'll meet me in the same space. Yeah, you do. And the more you continue to preoccupy space in each other's lives, the more natural it feels and the stronger it feels. You feel good. I like how you showed me high levels of security the more you engage with this. That's great. All right. Let's see that Page of Swords. Show me that Page of Swords. Little guy, that Page of Swords is. It's beautiful. This is wonderful. I'm really happy. I don't know what the nature of this relationship is, but you recognize it in some way as being exactly that. You can throw all the pentacle at me all you want. Perhaps you two are just being highly practical at the beginning. But the best of their heart's there and the best of your energy's there too. So, I don't quite know what it is, but its form and function is quite high. Okay? All right, let's see this little guy, Page of Swords here. Yes. The Chariot. Oh, yes. 3 of Cups, Temperance. There it is. See, good, good. I love it when people show me turn around in their baseline. That means you're changing the future as we speak. That's great. You guys don't know that, do you? We don't really point that out, do we? So when you showed me time has passed and you're still stressed out, I'm like, well, that kind of depends. If you didn't do anything, if you continued to keep your communication held back in hanged man mode and talking yourself out of it, it would stand to reason that you continued to be stressed out by the same subject. Or we address the subject the way we opened up with and want to. And then you change your future, literally. Everything is choice, guys. Tarot is the proof of choice, not the absence of it. You gave us all a good demonstration of that today. Tarot doesn't dictate anything. Okay? We can have projected courses, but guess what? We have detours too. And then we also have, I changed my mind, or, you know what, I was going to go this way, now I'm going this way, based on feeling, insight, and intuition, and intelligence as we move along and go along. And then we start to see the landscape change. Your landscape changed from time has passed and I'm still stressed out about the same subject because I didn't do anything. It's not an accusation, guys. You see what happens when we delay, we get in our own way, or we self-sabotage, or we put shit off and we know we shouldn't. We stop doing that, and literally the course of events change. That's all you're showing me. Congratulations. For getting out of your head and stop talking yourself out of it, 'cause it's not what you want to do. It's not who you are. You showed me who you are. You'd rather address problems. Eventually you address the problem. I understand some time has passed between you two. I don't know how much. You would know best. Enough that you both evoked temperance individually and then temperance amongst each other. Temperance literally equals time. So I don't know how much time there has been. But it was enough that it added aided and abetted your sense of delay, right? It's been all this time. I probably shouldn't bother. Then why do I keep thinking about it? Yes, indeed. Anyway, Page of Swords there, right at the end. Very little guy. You realize the more that you engage with this practically, high levels again of 3D practical activity, that is highly good for the both of you. The more you open towards that with the Page of Swords, you kind of turn around like, wow, this is feeling really good. Let's keep moving in this direction. Chariot, 3 of Cups, Temperance. Yeah, you weren't expecting that, were you? Yeah, I can see the reaction is that you weren't expecting to feel this good about it. You feeling secure about the whole dynamic is great. That already is great. But to find that yourself emotionally engaged in this and that you're happy about it and the direction it's moving in, you weren't expecting that, were you? Yeah, it's nice, right? Still nice to have surprises. All right. Yes. Let your friends help you. Don't be an island. Talk about this stuff. Get it out of your head, right? But also, I see that as the form of trusting. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate that. Trusting yourself to communicate, which, again, I saw your inclination there at the opening. The oracles, guys, they're not as blunt as we think that they are. They're meant to be little bridge points between the main story. So it either is a connecting point for you or it's not. Okay, that's it. All right, but as I was about to say, I see that Actually, it's this person who can influence you via communication, but you have to trust yourself that it's something that you can do and that you can step into, okay? And the answer is yes. Overthinking, yeah, that's what I see over here, the overthinking about making that effort. What does that mean? Pride, is that getting in the way? Am I just talking myself out of it? Am I being a little nervous and I'm having a hard time admitting it? All that stuff. So let's not overthink about making the effort. For some of you, this represents not just say new love, which again is very blunt. It's the idea of new chapter energy in this, refresh energy, renewal energy. Remember the word new is in renewal, and I'm not saying this as new love. I'm saying this as a renewed opportunity to make things better between the two of you in some way. It does start out as you leaning into this as relationship oriented, and it comes out 3D, high levels of productivity and a very strong sense of balance and really building something. And then you see the emotional component and how it's benefiting you a little later, like you didn't dare hope it might move in this direction, but you're starting to dare hope right there towards the end. But it's based on real practicality and real work. So in other words, it ain't for nothing, Chief. Okay, I think that about covers it. We're not going to do time checks today, but I will go ahead and throw down some charms. Okay, we have the medallion of Gemini, Pisces, the zombie in reverse, okay? Wanting to come out of that sense of day in, day out drudgery of thinking and not feeling much. We want to feel alive again, okay? And then we have the infinity loop, no doubt some sort of soul bond energy here today. The infinity loop being the loop that feeds back on itself, so therefore it's a healthy flow, like so. This is unhealthy flow because it's a bunch of nothing. It's a circle. But the infinity loop, that's different. Okay? The idea is I feed you and you feed me. We're connected in a certain way. Okay. Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.